Hi, second graders. It's me, Miss B. I'm so excited to have you here with me today. Today, we're going to be taking a deeper dive into week 2, lesson 9. So let's go ahead, buckle up, and let's get started. As always, let's start with a high frequency word review. Our first word is mint. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. The book about nature was meant to be read aloud. All right, help me read this sentence one more time. Read with me. The book about nature was meant to be read aloud. Now, guys, I want you to think of a sentence using the word meant. I'll give you a little bit to think. Think. All right, go ahead and share out. Yeah, really, go ahead and share out. Tell me. Okay, nice. Perfect. Give yourselves a round of applause if you use the word meant in a sentence. Our next word is against. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. The boy stood against the wall, waiting for his turn. Now read the sentence with me. The boy stood against the wall, waiting for his turn. Now, guys, I want you to think of a sentence using the word against. Here's a little think time. All right, guys, go ahead, share out your sentence. Nice. Perfect. Again, you guys are so smart. What am I going to do with you? All right, if you were able to use the word against in a sentence, go ahead and hug yourself. 1, 2, hug. Next up is the word receive. I am going to use this word in a sentence. He will receive a present for his birthday from his grandma. Please read the sentence with me, guys. He will receive a present for his birthday from his grandma. All right, like you did for the last two, go ahead and think of a sentence using the word receive. Okay? All right, you had some think time? Go ahead and share out. Let's hear it. Awesome. All right, give yourself a huge smile if you were able to read the word receive in a sentence. Our next word is supposed. Now I'm going to use it in a sentence. Taylor is supposed to be the front line captain. Now read the sentence with me. Taylor is supposed to be the front line captain. All right, like we did before, go ahead and think of a sentence that has the word supposed in it. I'll give you a few seconds of think time. Got one? Great. All right, come on, let's hear it. Wow, nice use of the word suppose. All right, guys, let's do the sizzling chant. You're hot, you're hot, you're hot. Sizzling. Our next word is surprise. I'm going to use the word in a sentence. It was such a surprise to see my grandma at school today. All right, come on, read with me. It was such a surprise to see my grandma at school today. All right, your turn, guys. Go ahead and think of a sentence using the word surprise. Okay, that was your think time. Now go ahead, let's hear it. Tell me, give me that sentence with the word surprise in it. Yay! Gosh, you guys are just too smart for your own good. Go ahead and give me a round of applause if you were able to use the word surprise correctly in a sentence. This word is yourself. Now I'm going to use it in a sentence. I wish you could hear yourself talking. All right, read the sentence with me. I wish you could hear yourself talking. All right, now it's your turn to use the word yourself in a sentence. Go ahead, think about it. Think about it. All right, go ahead, share out. Use the word yourself in a sentence. Yes! All right, if you were able to use the word yourself in a sentence, go ahead and make a silly face. Next up is the word different. Now I'm going to use this word in a sentence. I like to use different color pencils when I write. All right, read the sentence with me. I like to use different color pencils when I write. All right, your turn to use different in a sentence. Give you a few seconds of think time. All right, come on, share out. Let me hear you use different in a sentence. Whoa, God, that was mind-blowing. I would have never thought about that sentence. All right, go ahead and give me a big smile if you were able to use the word different correctly in a sentence. Next up is doesn't. Now I'm going to use this word in a sentence. He doesn't like to play video games. All right, read with me. He doesn't like to play video games. All right, now it's your turn to use this word doesn't in a sentence. Go ahead. Think, 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 think. Got one? All right, let me hear it. Oh my gosh. Yes, perfect. All right, guys, give yourselves a big hug if you were able to use the word doesn't in a sentence. 1, 2, 3. Our next word is the word frequent. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. She was one of his frequent guests, visiting him several times each month. All right, please read my sentence with me. She was one of his frequent guests, visiting him several times each month. All right, now it's your turn to think of a sentence using the word frequent. Here's your think time. All right, come on, share out. Let's hear that sentence. Yay! All right, guys, let's do the sizzling check. If you were able to use the word frequent correctly in a sentence. You're hot, you're hot, you're hot. Sizzling. Next up is the word whole. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. I have eaten food pretty much my whole life. All right, read the sentence with me. I have eaten food pretty much my whole life. All right, guys, it's your turn. I need to hear a sentence with the word whole in it. Here's your think time. All right, come on, let's hear it. Magnificent. All right, guys, give me a fist bump if you were able to use the word whole correctly in a sentence. Boom. This word is pronounced weather. Listen to me read it in a sentence. The weather was ideal for having a picnic. All right, read the sentence along with me, please. The weather was ideal for having a picnic. All right, you guessed it. It's your turn to use the word weather in a sentence. I'll give you some think time. All right, let's hear it. Give me those sentences. Simply spectacular, second graders. Perfect use of the word weather in a sentence. If you were able to use the word weather correctly, come on, give me a high five. Our last high frequency word for today is the word won't. I'm going to use this word in a sentence. He won't go outside when it's raining. All right, read the sentence with me. He won't go outside when it is raining. All right, you already know the drill, guys. Go ahead and think of a sentence using the word won't. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Think. All right, come on. Let me hear the sentences. Just a bunch of smarty pants. If you are able to use the word won't correctly in a sentence, come on, give me a fist bump. Shh. This week, we have been reading your Cycle 17 Decodable Student Reader entitled Watering Your Garden. Now, it's time for you to read this book on your own. Please find a quiet spot and I want you to read every word of this book. This book, or your decodable, is located on page 28 of your distance learning packet. Go ahead and flip to page 28. When you finish reading this decodable, I want you to answer this question. What are some things the author tells us about watering your garden? All right, guys, go ahead and get started. Remember, this time you're going to read the book all by yourself. Hey guys, just checking in as you're reading. I want to remind you of the question that you're supposed to answer by the time you stop reading. The question states, what are some things that the author tells you about watering your garden? Go ahead, continue reading, guys. You're doing an awesome job. All right, superstar second graders. Great job reading. Now, I want you to get with a partner and take turns sharing out your answer to the question. Remember, our question was, what are some things the author tells about watering your garden? Now, if you don't have a partner, you already know you can share with me. So come on, go ahead and share. And if you're my partner, let's hear it. What are some things you learned about watering your garden? Okay. Truth be told, I learned some new information too. I had no clue about the importance of knowing what type of soil you had in your garden. Nor did I know You should water your plants early in the day. I've never been much of a garden girl, but I definitely am now equipped with more knowledge. Nice job reading, guys. Let's go ahead and continue on this adventure. Can you tell the difference, the difference, the difference? Can you tell the difference when two words sound the same? Yes, we'll tell the difference, the difference, the difference. Yes, we'll tell the difference by telling what they mean. Here is our opening learning target. Please read along with me. I can use context to help me decode words that have common sounds with different spelling patterns, such as in the homophones here and here. Listen carefully and follow along while I read this sentence aloud. There are two words in this sentence that sound exactly the same but are spelled differently. I want you to listen and watch carefully for those two words. Can you hear the dog scratching his ear right here next to me? All right, remember, I want you to locate the two words that sound the same but are spelled differently. I'll read the sentence again. Can you hear the dog scratching his ear right here next to me? All right, which words did you pick out? I got the same words. That's right. Here and here. Those two words sound exactly the same but are spelled differently. These words have a very special name and we talked about them last week. Does anybody remember? Yes, that's right. They're called homophones. Homophones are words that sound the same but are spelled differently. Let's see if we can use a sentence to help us understand what each of these homophones means. Let's start with this one. The word here. All right. Can you hear the dog scratching his ear right here next to me? What does this word hear mean? That's right. It means to listen to something. So when we see hear spelled H-E-A-R, we know it means to listen to something. If you look closely at the word, what word do you see inside of the word here? Yes, ear, exactly. So we have a clue to help us remember which spelling of hear to use when it means to listen, because the word ear is right inside of the word hear. All right, let's take a look at the other word here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for us. All right, listen to me read the sentence again. Can you hear the dog scratching his ear right here next to me? What does this here mean? Right, yes, it means in this place or in this spot. So both words sound the same, but they have completely different meanings. This is what makes them homophones. It is important to remember that when we hear here, when it's spelled H-E-A-R, it means to listen to something. Remember, we found that helpful clue. When we see the word ear in here, it means to listen. But when we see the word here spelled H-E-R-E, it means in this place or spot. So let's go ahead and practice these homophones, guys. I'm going to read a sentence with the word here or here missing. It's going to be your job to figure out which version of the word here belongs in the sentence. All right, come on, let's do this. All righty, so let's get some practice going with our two homophones of the day, here and here. Remember, when here is spelled H-E-A-R, it means to listen to something. When here is spelled H-E-R-E, it means in a specific place or spot. I'm going to read the first sentence with a blank. Please talk to me. Tell me which version of here should go in the blank. I can blank the noise in the hallway. Which version of here do you think should go there? You're right. It's H-E-A-R, meaning to listen. You have to listen to noise in the hallway. Awesome. All right, let's check out the next sentence. I want to sit blank beside you. Which version? Yep, here spelled H-E-R-E, meaning a specific place or spot. You want to sit in a specific place, which is right beside me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Superstar second graders, we're moving right along. Now it's time for today's activity. Please turn to page 45 in your distance learning packet. There, you will find a page identical to the screen. It reads, excerpts from Decodable Reader, Watering Your Garden, pages 5 and 6. Today, guys, we're going to practice our reading fluency. Remember, fluent readers are readers that read smoothly as well as clearly. And also, please remember, the more we practice our reading fluency, the better readers will be. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to read excerpt number 1 by myself the first time, and then the second time, please join me and read along with me. I'll do the same thing for excerpt number 2. All right, let's do it. Excerpt number 1. It is best to water the garden slowly. Make sure each plant is watered, and make sure the soil is very moist. This will help the roots of the plant to grow deep into the soil. All right, please read along with me. It is best to water the garden slowly. Make sure each plant is watered, and make sure the soil is very moist. This will help the roots of the plant to grow deep into the soil. Great! All right, I'm going to read excerpt number 2. Remember, I go first. Do you know what type of soil is in your garden? If you have clay soil, it will hold water much better than sandy soil. Sandy soil dries out quickly and will need more frequent watering. All right, let's do it together. Do you know what type of soil is in your garden? If you have clay soil, it will hold water much better than sandy soil. Sandy soil dries out quickly and will need more frequent watering. Superstar second graders, give yourselves a round of applause. You are awesome today, and I thank you for learning with me. I look forward to teaching you again soon. Remember our 2 reminders. First is to go ahead and read 20 minutes and record it on your reading log, and also practice your high frequency words. It's Miss B signing off. Have a great one.